Michael Mann's Heat is celebrated as a modern crime epic featuring complex characters and a nuanced exploration of the line between law and crime. One of the film's key elements is its ensemble of interwoven characters, all contributing to the overarching themes of loyalty, professionalism, and obsession. Among these characters, Waingro stands out as a pivotal, albeit outwardly less significant, figure. Though he has comparatively limited screen time, Waingro's role in Heat is imperative to the plot and central to the thematic development of the film. His presence ignites key events and escalates the conflict between Neil McCauley and Lieutenant Vincent Hanna, embodying chaos and a departure from professionalism that serves as a stark contrast to the other characters in Mann's moral landscape. Waingro's role in Heat is that of a chaotic disruptor, a character whose actions trigger the collapse of carefully laid plans. At the beginning of the film, Neil's crew executes a meticulously planned heist on an armored truck, a crime carried out with professional precision. Waingro, who is a new and untested member of the crew, disrupts this operation when he impulsively kills one of the guards, violating Neil's strict code of conduct, which mandates minimizing unnecessary violence. This single act of recklessness sets off a chain reaction that impacts every aspect of the film's plot. Neil's decision to kill Waingro after the botched heist, one that fails due to his inability to maintain discipline in his crew, introduces a sense of personal vendetta that drives the remainder of the film. While Waingro manages to escape, his subsequent actions are essential to the plot. By ratting out Neil's crew to the police and betraying them to the man they work for, Roger Van Zant, Waingro ensures the collapse of Neil's criminal enterprise. Without Waingro's disruption, the central conflict between Neil and Hanna would not escalate to such catastrophic heights. Heat is preoccupied with themes of professionalism and discipline, particularly in the way it contrasts Neil McCauley and Lieutenant Vincent Hanna. Neil's criminal code is as methodical and structured as Hanna's dedication to law enforcement. Waingro, however, serves as a contrast to this disciplined professionalism. He represents the unprincipled, unpredictable side of crime existing outside any code. While Neil and Hanna have a begrudging respect for each other due to their shared dedication to their respective crafts, Waingro is despised by both sides because he symbolizes the chaotic, impulsive nature that neither Neil nor Hanna can tolerate. Waingro's lack of professionalism is a threat not only to Neil's operations but also to the world Mann constructs, where honor and professionalism exist even within criminality. By embodying a lawless psychopathic violence, Waingro destabilizes Neil's carefully maintained criminal world. He is, in effect, the antithesis of the code that Neil lives by. In this sense, Waingro's character becomes more than just an antagonist. He is a symbol of entropy within the film's structured world. Waingro's role in Heat is closely tied to the inevitability of Neil's downfall. One of the film's central themes is the impossibility of escape from the consequences of one's actions. Neil is a highly competent professional who adheres to a rigid code. Never get involved in anything you can't walk away from in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner. Yet despite this cold pragmatism, Neil's pursuit of vengeance against Waingro leads him to make emotional decisions that ultimately cost him his freedom and life. Neil's decision to pursue Waingro, first for the betrayal of the heist and then later as an act of vengeance, reflects the cracks in his emotional armor. Waingro's presence exposes Neil's vulnerability to personal vendettas, something that contradicts his earlier assertion of detachment. In this sense, Waingro is more than a mere plot device. He is the embodiment of the personal stakes and emotional weight that Neil carries, despite his attempts to live by an impersonal code. Waingro represents the primal emotional undercurrent that ultimately derails Neil's otherwise meticulous approach to life. Waingro is crucial to understanding Heat's broader themes of duality and balance. Throughout the film, Mann constructs a parallel between Neil and Hannah, two men on the opposite sides of the law, but who share a similar intensity, professionalism, and personal isolation. Waingro, by contrast, exists outside this dichotomy. His actions serve as a reminder that in a world of calculated professionalism, the unpredictable and chaotic can still have a devastating effect. Neil's obsession with revenge against Waingro drives him away from his carefully planned escape with Edie, while Hannah's obsession with catching Neil leads him into deeper personal sacrifice. Waingro's disruptive influences pushes both men to the extremes of their natures, making him an essential part of the film's exploration of obsession, professionalism, and moral compromise. Waingro's importance in Heat lies in his role as a chaotic agent whose actions undermine the meticulous professionalism that defines the film's main characters. He serves as a foil to Neil McCauley, embodying the lack of discipline and control that ultimately causes Neil's downfall. Waingro also acts as a catalyst for the plot's escalating tension, providing both the spark for Neil's personal vendetta and a means for Lieutenant Hannah to finally corner Neil. By embodying chaos, Waingro becomes an indispensable part of the film's structure, illustrating that even in a world governed by strict codes, disorder can have far-reaching and destructive consequences. In this way, Waingro is more than just a secondary character. He is a driving force in the narrative that ensures the thematic richness and tragic conclusion of Michael Mann's Heat.